The Apogee, and last I left off, and I was digging just in a random parts box that I had lying around, cleaning it out a little bit. I did find some of these. I don't know what kit they go to. I didn't have time to really go look and everything, but I thought, well, these look cool on here, so I glued one down on that side. I'm going to glue one on this other side just to fill in the void. I think that looks pretty darn slick. And I just got to go in and find some, additional small kit parts to put on there just to keep it random and try to keep it with tradition with the other Battlestar ship. Anyway, I thought that would look pretty darn slick on there. Anyway, hopefully I can get some. I just need to go out to the parts box and dig out some parts and just keep at it, and then try to keep it less is more. But anyway, I think it's just starting to look cool. But anyway, that's where I stand on the Apogee. The Enterprise C. So last I left off, I had everything masked off, and I went in and sprayed the basically saucer rings, and I did the outer ring. I masked part of it off, and then I went ahead and freehanded the rest of the ring, which you can see where it's kind of choppy in a few little places, and it's kind of thinned out as well. That's alright, because what I am going to do is take Mr. Airbrush after I get the decals on. I want to go in, and I call it feathering, and actually it's just a little bit of shading. I'm going to shade some of the panel lines, and I'm going to shade the ring. That way it gives it a little bit of just a little bit of weathering. I mean, it's still clean, but it just gives it a little texture to it, and it blends in anything that you missed with the airbrush. When I say missed, it got a little choppy, or didn't get straight, you can go in with a little bit of weathering and fix it all up. So that's what I want to do on that. Plus it blends in the decals as well and doesn't make them look toy-like, and it's very, very subtle, and that's what we want to. So I started decals, and I went back in. I had to go back in yesterday with some Future and sprayed the kit again, and we are using Accreation decals again. And again, so this is the I want to say a blue color, so you got duck egg blue, light blue, and then we'll just call that blue. And so you basically get the three blue colors like it shows on the picture here. Anyway, that's and you don't really have to paint, you just only have to paint two colors. But anyway, decals going great. You just have to cut them really close to the edge of the thing. And then with Accreations, really these are kind of like too big. You kind of have to almost cut them in half, and then they're pretty much manageable. But I did get them on a little bit of solution just to get them to set really nice, and there it is to it. So I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way on the top, so I can do put my pole back into the vise there, and then I can do it from the sides and everything like that. But anyway, that's where I stand on the Enterprise C. And then I've been actually kind of been sorting my figures collection here, and basically had to go in and cast one and put one figure in the mold in a sack, so I know what it is, because you really can't write on a mold because it just wears off. So what I've done so far is I got them all sorted, and I've been sorting the weapons how I wanted to do that. And I'm basically going to make three types of figures. One is you can do a special ops, but the two that I really want to do is basically a Battlestar Galactica Colonial Marine, or a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. soldier. So we'll do one or the other, or it's just so versatile what you can do. But I wanted to cast a different way. I got tired of resin, because sometimes resin just you get more bad batches than you do good, especially on figures, for me anyway. So what I decided to do was this is a polyester putty. It's a two-part putty, basically like Bondo and all that. I mixed it together, put a little fiber strands in it, and cast it in the mold, and it turned out pretty darn well. And it's very, very hard, like a resin kit. It's a little softer in some places, but it sands well. It you can trim and everything else, and takes paint well as expected. But anyway, I want to probably cast a few in there, and I'm going to paint one. So I'm trying to get these situated so I can paint one, take a picture of it, show you what it can look like. But anyway, that's where I am on that. So I'll probably do I'll do some casting these, and they'll probably be in different colors because I'm not a big fan of the red one. I think the blues are pretty darn slick. But anyway, so I'm going to try to do that. I'm trying to get the arms. I'm trying to get at least one figure done, and then work on the other ones as well. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. Trying to clear off the mold so we can do one figure at a time, at least up to 5, maybe 7. We'll just see how it goes from there. So that's what I've got going on today. We are starting to put decals on the Enterprise C. We are continuing on with the Bam Bam BHP figures, and we are still adding parts to the Apogee. So that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode.